Hey there, it's Kat from Brews and Reviews. So it's day 2 of the Because We Can Readathon, and today's video challenge is to create a bookish DIY of something you've never done before. Historically, DIYs have not been my strong suit, and I think we're going to continue that trend today. But we'll see, you know, this is going to be great, right? So I'm bad at making things, and I don't really have that much access to new materials at this point in time because, you know, DIY stores are closed and like hobby stores closed, so gonna have to sort of make do with what I've got. And what I've got is an excess of cardboard from food things that I have eaten and parcels that I've had delivered. So I sat there and I thought to myself, what can I do with this? And then I thought, screw it, I'm gonna make a dagger. So I have decided to make the Gravebone dagger from the Nevernight trilogy. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, so hopefully this will just turn into something nice and DIY-y. DIY-y. Anyway, I should probably start making it. So this is the initial drawing I did. It's very, very small. If I put it next to my hand, as you can see, it's just that. So what I did was I used that and the proportions that I had made for that to make a larger sort of cutout version of that. That's what you can see here. So if I put this one side by side, obviously the proportions are a lot bigger. So I actually separated the dagger out into 5 parts, and I'm going to sort of layer them on top of each other. So we have lots of different bits there. And that is how I'm going to construct this from cardboard. Hopefully it works. They're basically stencils that I've tried to make, and I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but, you know, it's better than just cutting blindly into the small bit of cardboard that I actually have managed to wrangle. Let's thank Illumicrate, because I bought stuff from them. This has very kindly given me enough cardboard to actually make this. Yay! Literally the most Cat thing you could have done. You just came in. He claimed the box, but I need it. I need it though. Look at me when you're stealing my art project. Yes, yes, handsome. I can't believe you've just sat on my box. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it, thank you. So I have cut out all the pieces and assembled them, you know, so that they're on each other. I haven't assembled them because what I'm going to do is take each individual piece and paint it before I decide to put them all together, because I feel like that would be much easier. But basically, if I disassemble it, I have sort of taken each side and done it like so that hopefully it'll work whichever way that it is. So there's a lot of pieces. My main reservation with doing it like this is when you turn it on its side, there will be gaps in the middle, and I'm not going to be happy about that, but like, gonna have to do what I can do and see how it goes. So now that I have all this together, I am going to be painting these white. This is just a base coat, so this won't be like, it's not going to look like bone or anything like that. I just need to make them actually look white because I'm going to have to do it again on the yellow sides. Not really sure how that's going to go because that's slightly lacquered, I think. Like, well, it might not be. I think I may be making that up. But I'm still going to have to paint both sides of it, so I need to get started and do this first one. Well, look, they're kind of, well, they've had some paint on them. And so has my hand, because apparently I can't do things without being a fucking mess. I've done a second coat now, and it looks a little bit more white, as does my hand. And now my other hand is also white, but I can't show you that because it's holding the camera, so yay! Jazz hands. So I am about to have a Netflix party, so I am not 100% focused on DIY, and yet I'm going to be doing some more DIY things. As you can see, I have all of the little pieces here, all painted white, and I am going to be trying to draw some details. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to try and draw some details on some of the things so that then I can take like a mixture of grey and white paint and sort of do some sort of bone colouring. I also need to do various bits of red because the handle bits, this is what this is, have like a red cloth handle, I think, and the jewels need to be red rather than white as I painted them at the moment because I thought the paint would take better on top of a white paint, but who knows, like, who knows. So I'm going to try and draw some details in. So if you want to see the detail I put in, you can't really see because I did it quite faintly. So there's like a wrap around that bit, which I will be painting. And there is sort of bird-like detail on that bit. Not really sure how that's going to go. Don't think I did that particularly well. And then there's just like an indentation of the sword bit down here. And I've done exactly the same on this one. You can see how it sort of covers it up and hopefully looks okay. I mean, it is what it is. So one of these will be the front and one of these will be the back. Oh, without being glued down, this is so difficult to keep in position. And I need to paint them and make them look nice. Okay, so I'm finally gonna try and do some detailing on this. Not sure how long it's gonna take, not sure how exactly I'm gonna do it, but, well, the side that I do the worst can always be the back. No one has to know how bad it goes, so... Okay guys, so now I have in front of me all the bits that need to be painted red. So I'm going to be painting these two jewels red, and I'm going to be painting the eyes of this bird thing. We'll call it a bird thing. And I'm also going to be painting like the grip on the handle of the dagger. So I'm just going to get to it. Lots of red to add. So we're on the floor now, and yeah, the red paint has dried, like bits and bobs of red. I feel like it's come out super red. Like, you know when people say they're gonna dye their head red, but they mean like cartoon red? That kind of red. So I need to do something with that. So what I'm going to try and do is go over some details with some pens. These are fine liners, and these are sort of, I don't know, different liners. They're pens, okay, they're pens. They look nice. So I'm going to mess around with some things and sort of see what I can do with some detailing on this, because I think I've done everything I'm going to do in paint. I'm not very good at painting. Like, the details on these, it's not great. So let's see how I do with pens. Okay guys, so this is where I am right now. I've done some detailing with some black, and now honestly, I can't decide whether I should go in on some detail on the grey work here. I feel like it would help it stand out a little bit more, because otherwise it just looks a little bland now that I've actually done some detailing. So I think I'm going to go in with a slightly finer line pen and just help things stand out a little bit, because if I go in with a big pen, I'm probably just going to fuck it up, and I'm not here for that. I've spent a lot of time on this now, so I don't want to fuck it up. As you can see, I went through last night and did all the detail work on this while I was watching Labyrinth, because Labyrinth is awesome and everyone should watch it. It's back on Netflix, just in case anybody didn't know. Anyway, I need to actually glue all this together now, and hopefully I won't fuck that up, because the only glue that I've got is Gorilla Glue, so that's like super glue. Actually, I may have some PVA glue left from the last time I did a failed DIY. Do I try and use the PVA glue, or do I use the Gorilla Glue? So here we are in front of the bookshelves many days after I started working on this project. Honestly, I kept putting off the detailing of this because I was a little bit afraid that I was gonna fuck it up, because that's usually what happens when I make a DIY project. And now I can finally show you guys the finished product. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with the results, so here we go. Like, I don't know how much of this you could see, but it goes on both sides because I did both sides. The sides don't look great because cardboard. Honestly, I am really happy with how this turned out, and I'm like, this looks like a real thing that I could, like, it's a bit big. I feel like an actual Gravebone dagger. Where's Mia gonna hide this? This is way too big for her to hide down, like, in places. Like, if I'm like, it's, you know, it's not gonna happen. So Perhaps this is not an accurate representation, particularly size-wise, but I feel like as things that I've made go, this is, you know, okay. I am not ashamed of this. So that's point 1 for this DIY project. So that was my DIY project for the video challenge for the Because We Can Readathon. And I'm really interested to see what everyone else has made, so please leave a link to your video down below, because I would definitely love to check that out. And if you didn't take part in this DIY challenge, what bookish DIY would you have done if you could have done? So that's it from me. Tune in tomorrow for the next video challenge.